Can I go? Is it my turn? Oh, okay. Hi everyone. I'm Robert, and I've made a couple games. I made Boomlings. You may have heard of it. Memory Mastermind, which wasn't nearly as popular. Oh, and I made Geometry Dash too. Yeah, that game. Anyways, I'm here to talk about not the development, but the community of games, because it's one of the most important parts of a game. A game's community consists of hundreds to thousands of bright, talented, and sometimes artistic people who all share a passion for your game. They play it and enjoy it, and they do all sorts of things to share their love for it. But it's important to have your community go beyond that. You need to connect with your community for them to really appreciate you and your game. In fact, that's what Geometry Dash is all about. While most games are developed for a couple years and then released, Geometry Dash is continuously growing. There's a handful of levels to start off with, but the real action happens in the level editor. Thousands of levels are released each day, and me and my team of moderators are always there to rate them. And that just shows how much I care about my community. In fact, sometimes I leave little friendly comments on the levels like, "My name Jeff," and "Does anyone know the way?" I also like to keep my community updated with what I'm working on. For example, I posted this image on Twitter about a month ago, hinting at the next update's level. There's a bucket, the words "I know," a planet, and some symbols. Now, people believe that this hinted at the song Explorers by Hinkik, but that's not actually true. Let's start by counting the characters in "I know." If you include spaces, you get 6. Now look at the 2 colors on the Swedish flag. Subtract 2 from 6, and you get 4. Now we move the O and W, and we...
One eternity later.
And that is why the next level is going to be Despacito. Another thing that's important about a game's community is to have it go outside the game. A good community appears everywhere, from YouTube to Twitter to Twitch to DeviantArt. In fact, there are probably people from the Geometry Dash community in this very room.
Hey, everybody knows Nobble hacked Bloodlust.
What? No, he didn't, you idiot!
Yes, he did. You could see the no clip at 36%.
Oh, get over here, you son of a...
As I was saying, a good community appears everywhere. Let's take YouTube for an example. There are so many wonderful channels filled with meaningful and original Geometry Dash Hey, who changed the slide? Sorry about that. You've probably heard of Partition or Mika or... thanks. So again, you've probably heard of Partition or Mika or... You've probably heard of Partition or Mika or... Will you please cut that out? Yeah. YouTube. Content. Cool. Definitely going to be considering Hell Mode. Not only does a community help a game grow in popularity, but a good community will help develop the game. They're always able to come up with all sorts of crazy ideas I never would have even thought of, and they're always motivating me to keep working on the game. Geometry Dash is a very different game because, unlike most games, I use the exact editor that the players use, which means that every official level can be perfectly recreated in the editor. This means that it's important for me to add all the features and mechanics people try to make themselves to make editing levels that much easier for the...
RobTop, there's a bug in the editor!
A bug! We must destroy it! Where is this bug you speak of?
It says subtract over there. I think you made a typo. You know, it's supposed to say, like, you know, subtract count.
Security, take him away. But yeah, what I was saying was that the community motivates me to update the game and helps me figure out what's important to add. I also throw in a new game mode every couple updates to keep things fresh. Here are some spoiler images for them I made when working on some of the older updates. What's funny is that every update, people always think that the game mode is going to be,
Guys, he's adding a swingcopter mode in 2.2!
The one big problem, though, about having a big community is that they don't always give back to you. People take a lot for granted, and video games are no exception. My community is always asking why the game's servers are down, or when the next update's gonna be released, or if I added anything new yet. For Geometry Dash, updates can take up to a couple of years to make. I'm only one man and I can only do so much. As for the servers, how would you like to fall asleep to the sound of whirring fans every night? Yeah, you! I usually turn them off when I want to catch some sleep. Anyways, the lesson I've learned is that if you respect your community will respect you back. At least, most people will. But either way, you have to remember that thousands of people are playing your game and enjoying it, all because of something that you were capable of. And there are people who take it to the next level just to share their love for your game through Twitch or YouTube, because the community isn't just a group of people who play your game. They're the people who love what you do and keep you motivated to work on that update. And that's what makes the community so special. Thank you, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful day and good luck on your games. Oh, and by the way, the FPS bypass is completely fair. I know I wouldn't spend like $2,000 on a crazy monitor just to be better at a game. Don't at me. Bye!